Hello everyone, if you're watching this video, chances are you're having problems with a girl, maybe she even left you. I can promise you this, if you're someone capable of analysis and self-reflection, you'll have plenty to think about after watching. Right now, you might be feeling despair, depression, or apathy, not because there's no way out, but because you haven't found one yet. Many people go to a psychologist after a breakup, but often in vain. Why? Because the competence of a general psychologist usually only allows them to help make the breakup less painful for you. They work with the subconscious, thoughts, and consequently, emotions. And while there is some truth to this, it can take years. I firmly believe that the most effective way to resolve this problem, and yes, the breakup is a problem, a gap between what you want and what you have, is to restore the relationship with your girlfriend. And we'll make it so that she wants to come back herself. Where should we start? With understanding. Understanding that your girlfriend didn't leave you because of some objective flaw or circumstance. If you had a relationship, and she liked your character, your appearance, your personality, then the issue lies elsewhere in relationship psychology. Concepts like significance and balance are key. Significance is determined by how much one partner needs the other, and it's never 50-50ths. There's always one person who is more emotionally invested. That person is the one who initiates reconciliation, smooths over conflicts, and contributes more to the relationship. In most cases, the only reason for a breakup is a critical drop in significance, meaning loss of interest. Everything else, cheating, dissatisfaction, is just a consequence. All our actions can either lower or raise our significance. I prefer to explain with real-life examples. Not long ago, a guy and a girl were dating. The story takes place at the guy's home. A conflict breaks out, and the girl starts packing to leave. The guy tries to stop her mistake. Weeks later, a similar but even smaller conflict occurs. Again, she starts packing to leave, but this time, we had discussed how he should act. He doesn't react. He sits at his computer, browsing the internet. She leaves, slams the door. 15 minutes later, she texts, "Will you give me a ride? Or should I take the subway?" What do? We don't reply. We don't even read the message. Why? Because we don't want her to shift the responsibility onto us. If the guy replied, "No, I won't drive you," she'd take the subway and blame him. If he read the message but didn't reply, she'd know he's ignoring her again, blame. 15 minutes later, she writes, "I went by subway." Another 15 minutes go by, she calls, crying, asking, "Can I come back?" Why did this happen? She assumed the guy would again try to stop her, and he didn't. We didn't give her the opportunity to blame him or shift the emotional burden. This example shows just how much outcomes depend on our actions. Same people, same situation, different behavior, different result. In one case, significance dropped. In the other, it rose. But guys often make even bigger mistakes that massively lower their significance and lead to breakups. One of the most common, after a breakup, trying to talk things out, find compromise, prove your love, convince her to stay. Don't do it. You may even recognize your girlfriend in what I'm about to describe. On Monday, she says she loves you. On Tuesday, she says her feelings are buried deep inside. On Wednesday, she's unsure. On Thursday, she wants a break. By Friday, she wants to stay friends. Why this inconsistency? Simple women make decisions based on emotions and feelings. So don't try to apply logic. Don't give them the power to decide the future of your relationship. You probably already understand what must be done to get her back. Raise your significance. Not just raise it, flip it 180 degrees. She needs to want you, not the other way around. But let's ask a more important question. Should you get her back? This depends on two things. Over 50% of women aren't suitable for relationships. That may sound harsh, but stats support it. Over 70% of marriages in Moscow end in divorce, 80% initiated by women. Many are emotionally underdeveloped due to absent fathers or lack of fatherly love. A woman like that can be won back, but the relationship will be like a roller coaster with no clear ending. Neurotic attachment. Many guys want back women who are unsuitable because their significance is so high, they find no other woman attractive. The only way to break this cycle is to make the girl available again, because inaccessibility raises significance. Think about this. Of all the women you've been with, which ones did you care most about? Who did you want kids with? Who were you most emotionally attached to? Weren't they the ones who were unavailable, who left you, or whom you loved unrequitedly? Love is an instinct, and instincts can be manipulated. It's all about systems. Earlier today, I received a message on VK. It's a simple story, not very informative, but I want to read it to show how shallow some people's analysis can be. Good evening. I have a situation. I dated a girl for a year. I'm 26, she's 19, 7-year gap. She chased me at first, we slept together on the second date. She's monogamous by nature, picks one guy out of many, but she tests him subconsciously. If a guy sleeps with her too early, he bypasses those tests, and significance drops. After 7 months, she graduated, started working, got tired, started snapping at me, spent more time with friends. This is a critical moment when people graduate, start new jobs, or change careers. These are stress points that often trigger underlying issues and lead to breakups. He continues, I tried to avoid conflict, to be nice, but it just got worse. She should have played the diplomat role, not me, exactly. The woman is supposed to smooth things over emotionally, while the man focuses on the outside world. When a man starts acting submissively, trying to please her, fit into her world, she loses respect, trust, and desire. She called her ex. I got jealous. She said I was controlling. We fought. A few days later, we made up. Then a month later, she texted me on VK. We need to break up, then blocked me everywhere. He didn't expect it, but this is typical. Love is romanticized in books and movies, but I've studied relationships for years, and I rarely see nobility in the one who loses interest. Originally, I wanted to talk only about the mechanics of getting your ex back. But the truth is, even if I wrote a detailed guide and handed it to every guy who needed it, only 30% would succeed. And many of those would only get temporary results. Why? Because getting your ex back is like trying to pass a master-level sports exam or compose a symphony. It's a serious challenge. You don't have room for mistakes. You want results now. Another challenge. During coaching, we analyze the girl in detail. The same actions can mean very different things depending on her personality. It's also good to know her past relationships, or at least how they ended. Then we make a step-by-step action plan. But even when a guy chooses full coaching, we start working, we see results, and he becomes obsessed with just getting her back. I tell him, focus on building the relationship. After she returns, she will come back, and I'll explain what to do next. But he doesn't listen. Then she returns, and the guy disappears. A month later, I get a message, she's unsure again. We analyze what he did, and it's like we never even spoke. That's why I'm emphasizing this now, because I want results for every client. I see myself in each one of them. Back when I was 18, no one to help me, just a long, painful journey of trial and error. But you don't have to go through that. You can get results now. You can leave a request on the website, describe your problem in detail, and I'll get back to you. I'll highlight key points and give you recommendations, maybe even become the starting point of your transformation. See you soon.